Hello and welcome back to another episode of White Album 2's closing chapter. Where we last left off, Haruki was given a new job at Kyosha Kyograph, which was to write an article about Toma. Let's hear a bit more about what that was all about.
もう一つって？それもあるんだ。
北原はうすうす気づいてるんじゃないかと思うけど。
ええ、まあ。
Of course I realized it. Mari-san wouldn't give me such an amazing opportunity just because I'm a little better than some of the others. She knows that letting me handle it has certain advantages. Basically, she's already done her research, and that's why she picked me specifically.
というわけで、まずは彼女が日本にいた時に通ってた学校から。で、あとは分かってるわよね、北原。
ええ、分かってます。先生方には一応信用あった方なんで、多分許可は下りると思います。
The interviewee in question is Toma Kazusa. She came in second at the Trustee International Piano Competition. She's the daughter of the world-class pianist Toma Yoko, and she's been living together with her mother in Vienna for the past 3 years. And before studying abroad, she got her education at...
俺の同級生だったんですよ、彼女。
ああ、そういうこと。
Why does she look so angry?
どういうこと？やっぱお前に任せるわけにはいかないって、今の反応で分かったってことだよ。まあ、在学中はほとんど話したことないですけどね。彼女、音楽家の首席だったんで。
The little lie at the very end is the only armor left still protecting the depths of my heart. Haruki is too good at lying. He really is. It's not healthy to constantly be lying to everyone around you.
8時?
Without a doubt, that's the time displayed on my cell phone. Having been scolded by Mari-san for working too late and having pushed myself to finish examining the massive pile of stuff she'd passed me, it was already 6 o'clock by the time I got home, finding the whole affair really contradictory. It's Sunday today. It's the sole detestable day of the week for me, given that I have a lot of free time that I don't know what to do with. That's why I worked until I almost passed out last night, barely managing to fall into a sleep so deep I couldn't even dream. And yet...
はい、北原。
What happened to trample upon my day off where I didn't need to think about anything was a call from the city, but I didn't recognize the number.
いやー、北原くんかい。元気にやってるかな。
そちらこそ大丈夫ですか？
What wakes me up is the voice of an elderly man who sounds like he's in even worse shape than me.
いやー、助かりました北原さん。ほんと大変だったんすよ。先月でバイトが軒並み辞めたところに店長までも。
And this is not an old man.
腰やっちゃったんだって？まあ、あの年じゃな。
そうなんすよ。年内に復帰できるかも怪しいところで、もうどうしようかと思ってたところで。
Goodies Restaurant, Minami Suetsugu Branch. A family restaurant about a 10-minute walk away from the station. While I'm at it, given that it's a 10-minute walk from Hojo University as well, about 3/10 of the customers here consist of our university or the high school's students. If only that was the whole story.
そこであからさまにほっとされても困る。俺、今日一日だけのヘルプって約束なんだから。
そんなバカな。そんなこと言ったら明日からどうやって回していけばいいんすか？
半年前に辞めた人間に頼るなよ。お前
チーフになってもう2年だろ。
Sitting in the branch manager's seat with distress written all over his face is the kitchen manager, Sato.
そんなこと言われてもっすね。北原さん辞めちゃった時も大変だったんすよ。人を3人増やしても追いつかなくなっちゃって。
The branch manager aside, he's the one with the most experience here. Not to mention, he's 2 years older than me. Despite all that, though, this slightly cowardly acting manager still speaks so politely to me.
全部マニュアルにして残したよな。俺の見込みだと4人いれば回るはずだったんだけど。
Although, I don't remember if I started speaking casually with him before or after he switched to being so polite.
やっぱビシッと言う人がいないとダメなんすよね。北原さんいないと途端にみんなだらけちゃって。
I wouldn't go so far as to call him useless, but leaving him to manage the store by himself does worry me quite a bit.
じゃあビシッと言えよ。準社員なんだろ。正式採用目指してるんだろ。そんなの俺に言えるわけないじゃないですか。だいたい店長だって何も言わない人なんですから。
And that sense of worry happens to intensify particularly when we have conversations like this. I was working here from the start of my second year until the spring of the third, so about a year in total. Since I got really comfortable with the job before that, I didn't feel tired no matter how hard I pushed myself. That's why I came here, where it always seemed busy, no matter what time of the day it was. But in the end, some complicated stuff happened, and I quit about half a year ago.
チース、北原さん？
Oh my god, the age difference of these two characters looks so immense.
ああ、ほんだ。久しぶり。俺、今日一日だけ。やべ、すいません。5分遅刻しました。急いで支度してきます。いや、別に。
I'm pretty sure he's also a second year who started working around a year ago. There was one instance where he was late for his shift, and I attempted a single, gentle conversation with him, but...
俺には絶対あんな態度取らないんすよ、あいつ。
I don't know. I find it slightly hard to believe that Haruki would actually garner this much respect. Because people like this, you know, in a place which isn't deemed an amazing career, you know, like a family restaurant, if they took that so seriously like Haruki did, people would kind of laugh at them and be like, dude, settle down. So, I don't know, it's just so funny that everyone respects him.
知らないってそんなこと。今日だけって店長との約束なんだってば。ま、実は俺もそういう話聞いてますけどね。だったらわざわざ脅かさないでくれ。いやー、北原さんが戻るっていうからどうしても期待しちゃって、見るに見かねて毎日来てくれるんじゃないかって。俺もうすぐ就職活動なんだよ。分かってますって。実は今日から一人新人が来るんすよ。その子を1日で使えるようにしてほしくって。ああ、そういうことか。本当に誰も空きがいないんだな。日曜なのに5人ギリギリなんですよ。とても新人に構ってる時間がなくて。
おはようございます。うわ、本当に北原さんだ。おかえりなさい。
Oh, she's so cute and so pretty.
中川さん、ご無沙汰。
助かり。店長倒れたって聞いて、もうダメだと思ってたんだよ、この店。
ごめんね、ホールチーフ。いや、俺単なる臨時教育係で今日だけ。
大丈夫大丈夫。どうせすぐに改革始めちゃうって。あ、でも新人の子だけには優しくしてあげてね。今一人でも欠けると本当にヤバいから。
中川さん残ってたんだ。少しは希望が持てた。バイトの女の子はね、みんな彼女の言うことしか聞かないんすよ。
Poor Sato, everybody tramples all over him. She's a vocational school student just a year younger than me, who joined 3 months before I left. This might be a little disrespectful to Sato, but I do remember her as the most useful staff member here, apart from the manager, and the one who best understood my reign of terror while I was still working here. What I liked most about her was how she saw me as nothing more than just a coworker, and how straightforward she was with me when we talked.
そういえば谷口さんは。ああ、北原さんがいなくなった後1週間もしないうちに辞めちゃったっすけど。そう。彼女目当てのお客さんも多かったし、結構ダメージでかかったんすけどね。何も言わずにいきなり来なくなっちゃうんだもんな。
Sorry, Sato. That's definitely due to all that complicated stuff.
さてと、そろそろ開店1時間前ですね。新人の子も1時間前に来てますんで紹介しますね。へえ、初日なのに早いね。いい心がけだ。俺が面接したんすけどね、すんごい真面目な子ですよ。いきなり30分くらい質問攻めだったし。そりゃ感心。あんた、もしかしたら北原さんの妹かと思ったくらいっすよ。いや、なんてコメントすればいいんだ、それ。工場付属の3年だから妹じゃないけど北原さんの後輩っすね。ここのバイトなんてほとんどうちの関係だし。名前は確か杉村。でもなんか違ったような。まさかな。
Couldn't possibly be. Goodie's Restaurant, Minami Suetsugu Branch. A family restaurant located around a 10-minute walk away from the station. While I'm at it, given that it's a 10-minute walk from Hojo University as well, about 3/10 of the customers here consist of our university or the high school's students. Also, since it's a 10-minute walk from the university, about half of the part-timers here consist of our university or the high school's students. Here she is. Such a cute outfit though. Oh, what the hell?
おい佐藤、これは一体どういうことなんだ。
チーフさん、どうなってるんですかこれは。
全然状況が理解できない上にどうして2人とも俺に怒るんすか。
What a stroke of a horrible luck. So cute.
お待たせしました。チーズハンバーグセットとミックスピザでございます。鉄板熱くなっておりますのでお気をつけください。
トマトスパゲティとカルボナーラ上がりました。
ご注文繰り返させていただきます。クラブハウスサンド、ビーフカレー、ドリンクバー2つですね。
ありがとうございます。お会計2580円になります。はい、5000円お預かりします。
ドリンクバー、アイスコーヒー補充して、あと氷も。例えば半熟オムライスだったらこのボタン、2個なら。
She's so mad. As the fierce battles both here and in the kitchen take their course, we reach the second half of the lunch rush.
で、注文が確定したらこのボタンを押して、で、最後に送信ボタン。
I remain at a corner of the hall with my new part-timer. Well, Hojo High's third-year student Sugiura Koharu, so as not to get in anyone's way.
こうすると注文内容はキッチンに転送されるから、もう次のお客様の対応に向かって問題ない。
That said, treating her and utilizing the data terminal up to input taken orders is progressing smoothly at present. Or at least that's what I would like to say.
聞いてる？
She's probably listening. She's also visibly irritated. Is she willing to listen to the instructions of a man who'd broken down in the worst way possible during her first meeting with him, and who also happened to run away from their second encounter while entrusting someone else to deal with her. I have no doubt that this girl absolutely despises me right now, even as I enumerate these steps to her.
じゃあ練習。ミックスフライの洋食セット、シーザーサラダ、ハニートースト、マンゴーパフェ、コーヒーフロートにドリンクバー2つ。
But with that said, the one who wanted to work here is none other than herself, and it just so happens that I'm the one in charge of her training.
お見事。
Letting your own preferences affect your work performance would be nothing but trouble for the employer, is what I'd like to say. Not only was she listening, she also picked it up extremely quickly. To think she can use it this easily after only a single demonstration. If you consider her talent alone, she has the potential to be the store's finest. She takes her training seriously, gives it her best efforts, and understands everything perfectly. Someone every pupil should aspire to be like. But the irritated look on this pupil's face is a little troubling for me as a mentor.
さて、それじゃあ次の。
結構です。もうホールに出られます。これ以上の教育は無意味です。
And so, the first words out of her mouth after about an hour seemed to fundamentally reject our weird mentor-pupil relationship.
あなたは私の教育係としてここに来たんですよね。だったらお疲れ様でした。もうおしまいです。
That, and I can only describe the attitude she's taking when it comes to cooperating with me as having very obvious dark clouds hanging over her head.
しかし、もう少し愛想よく振る舞ってくれないと、とても接客は。
先輩も接客対応してたんですよね、以前は。
うん。俺は基本的に人の足りないところならどこでも。
Ooh, that is a deep insult. She's pretty much insinuating that Haruki never smiles. And that is so sad.
なら問題ないです。
I forcibly hold back my urge to start lecturing her. Even then, the attitude she's taking with me is unmistakably a consequence of the attitude I've taken with her in the past.
本当に大丈夫か？
当然です。
That said, I can't deny that the issue of her amiability around others might just resolve itself whenever I'm not right in front of her, just as she's implying. Still, that alone isn't enough to conclude that she's ready for the job.
中川さん。
はい。
The lunch rush is just starting to ease up. Our floor manager, who is relieved that she can take a breather now, is fanning herself with a spare tray as she walks our way.
何店長。
店長違う。それどころかチーフでもない。
I'd tell her to watch her slack attitude a little, but now's not the time for that.
ちょっと彼女、ホールに入れてあげて。そうだな、30分。
え？はあ？
Just as expected, the two of them stare at me with dissatisfied expressions. The reasons behind them, however, are completely different. They're so cute.
ちょっと待ってください。たった30分ってどういうことですか？出しちゃっていいの？みんな巻き込まれるよ。
Japan takes being in training very, very seriously. Yet for the first long while after you start a new job, you have to have that new employee or in training badge. So for someone to be put on their own for the first day is extremely uncommon in Japan. Their responses are also, of course, completely opposite from one another.
ちょっと折る必要があってね。花。
新人の子にだけは優しくしてあげてって頼んだのにな。
Furthermore, their well-owned instincts both seem to be able to sense that I'm clearly provoking a certain someone.
今回はきついね。何？そんなに腹に据えかねた？
大丈夫。これくらいでへこたれる子じゃない。俺が保証する。
I speak from plenty of experience.
人 のことバカにしないでください。はいはい、それじゃあ小春ちゃん、ちょっとだけ頑張ってみようかな。
Aww.
言ってるそばから。
Poor Koharu, that's so demeaning.
悪いな。教育終わったら俺がフォローするから。久しぶりだからさらに足引っ張るかもしれないけど。
いい加減にしてください。
So cute though. Oh no.
そろそろ抜けていい？少ししたら夜シフトの連中来るよな。
そうだね、解放してあげる。ほら、全然なまってないじゃん北原さん。やっぱ戻っておいでよ。
Also, I love that old man in the background right now in the all white, like, undergarment pajamas, whatever those are. It's so funny.
ダメ、全然ダメ。もうさっきから膝が笑って笑って。それはブランクじゃなくて年。お疲れ様っす。
How rude! Haruki is still so young. Having received the warm words of gratitude from both of the authorities, I unsteadily walk back behind the counter. It's not that I feel that my stamina as a whole has gone down, but a job where I'm standing all day really hurts my leg muscles since I haven't been using them a lot lately. Also, aren't you running on like 2 hours of sleep? That'll definitely do it. Well, leaving that aside for now.
さてと、感想は？
For the time being, I stand beside Sugiura Koharu, whose pride has been put to rest as planned, and whose expression finally befits a Japanese person.
そんなわけだから、今日はもう少しだけここにいて、人と仕事の流れを観察してください。
The instant she stepped into the hall, the steady workflow that everyone was trying so hard to maintain simply collapsed.
どういうお客様をどこの席に案内したらいいのか、自分の仕事がないときはどこをどう移動すればいいのか、逆に複数の仕事があったらどう優先順位をつけるか。
Each and every one of her actions ended up hindering the other staff in some way, disrupted the pace of our customers, and ended up causing her to make mistakes herself.
他にもいろいろと考慮すべき点は多いんだけど、ま、細かいところは経験で覚えていけばいい。
She did her best. I feel so bad. She later mixed up the orders, made even more mistakes, and caused further inconveniences for the customers.
君は頭がいいから、多分1日でなんとかなると思う。次は普通にホールに出られる。
I called for a retreat just 20 minutes in. She's a clever girl, so she immediately realized the extent of her abilities, took a step back, and accepted my assistance. That act alone really made me feel that she's actually not your ordinary worker.
で、2、3回働けばすぐに戦力になる。店的にはかなりの広いものだよ。
Well, I can only hope that she actually does something about her friendliness, though. She still hasn't responded to anything I've said. Still holding an irritated expression, never even facing me. Still, she's clearly behaving differently from when she refused to look at me earlier during the day. She's really paying attention whenever I'm giving her specific directions.
シフトは週末だけ？
冬休み入るまでは入ったら毎日。
そうか。
Every day, man. That's why, if I ask her a proper question, she'll give me a proper, albeit indifferent answer.
次は来週の土曜？俺は来なくていい？
それは私が決めることじゃないですから。
It's not like I can really give a statement saying her training's over right now. But then, what should I do? I initially agreed to working today and today only. if I keep sticking by her, it'll affect my studies and my job at the publishing company. But even so, I should at least look at the scheduled shifts before leaving her by herself. Stuck in this awkward, uneasy atmosphere. It's too bad her next shift wasn't on a Sunday, because Haruki was just complaining he has nothing to do on Sundays. The two of us quietly observed the store's activities for a while.
それじゃ、お先に失礼します。
Oh, I love that scarf, it's so cute.
お疲れ。
それじゃあ次は来週の土曜でお願いします。
はい。
In the end, it wasn't until 2 hours later that I could get my hands on the evening shift schedule. After all that happened, she mostly kept quiet, bade Nakagawa-san farewell, hurriedly changed out of her uniform, and gave everyone a deep bow.
お疲れ様。次も頑張って。
Poor girl, she looks broken. Not sure what to do after seeing her so depressed for the first time, I do my best to give a few words of encouragement, and... He deserved that. A fist from the floor manager. And a knee from the kitchen manager. This is all your fault. You made this mess, now clean it up. I should normally stare these unreasonable words written all over their faces right back at them, but...
杉浦さん。
はい。
Always save when it comes to a choice. We're just gonna go ahead and say goodbye. We're gonna be non-committal.
気をつけて。
The final look she gave me didn't contain any anger, hatred, or exhaustion.
ちょっと、北原さん。
あっさり返しちゃってどうすんですか。
It doesn't seem like she's forgiven me at all, but that's precisely why there's still a fierce look left in her eyes.
あんなにへこませちゃって。よく泣かなかったよね、彼女。
来週来てくれるかな。また一人減る予定なんだけど。
大丈夫だって。また来るよ。ほんと強い子なんだから。
At least Haruki's saying nice things about her. Yeah, she'll be fine. Serious, with a strong sense of responsibility and a hatred for defeat, and even tougher to break than me. Someone who's similar to how I was 3 years ago, wouldn't run away after something this insignificant. That's why all we need to do is sit tight and wait. I also have a feeling, or rather, I'm 100% sure that our paths will cross again.
北原さんの大丈夫、当てになんないんだよね。女の子の扱いに関しては容赦ないんだから。そんなんだからタニッチだって。
え？何？それってどういうこと？
そこ、死後禁止。
Yikes. Good job, Koharu, getting through that first day. After finishing the fourth and final lecture today, I've since walked for about 10 minutes. Words like, it's been 3 years, or it really takes my back, seems too mundane for this scenery. It's just that I find the ages and the uniforms of the students rushing home in the opposite direction to be somewhat nostalgic. Well, I guess the very fact that I'm contemplating on how I've grown older makes me sound like a middle-aged man. No, I totally get it. Even just like a year or two after graduating, if you go back to your old school, it's a weird feeling.
さてと。
Peeking at my watch, I see that it's 3:40. I'm a bit early, but... Hey! Oh, she's got a cute scarf. She always has such cute scarves. The instant I turn towards the buildings. whether it be by probability, expectation, or more than anything, by fate. A certain someone who I was sure I'd be meeting here eventually was standing right in front of me with a surprised expression, just as I expected. Hello again, Koharu. I'm sure she's not happy to see us. So we're gonna stop there for now. Thanks so much for joining us on this episode of White Album 2's closing chapter, and I'll be back at you again with the next episode soon. So until then, take care.